Hello students, welcome to GRF with Ria. In this video, we are going to discuss about the relief aspects. The relief aspects of the drainage basins are related to the study of three-dimensional features of the basin involving area, volume and altitude of vertical dimensions of landforms, wherein different morphometric methods are used to analyze terrain characteristics which are the result of basin processes. Thus, this aspect includes the analysis of the relationship between area and altitude and slope angle, average group slope, relative relief ratio, dissection index, profile of terrain and the river, etc. In this video, we are going to focus on the hypsometric analysis and the clinographic analysis. The first is hypsometric analysis. Hypsometric involves the measurement and analysis of relationship between altitude and the basin area to understand the degree of dissection and stage of cycle of erosion. Area height curves, hypsometric curves and percentage hypsometric curves are generally used to show the relationship between altitude and the area of the basin. The basic data required for the study of area height relationship are area between successive contours and their respective heights. The area may be measured with the help of planimeter or may be estimated by intercept method. The height is obtained from the contour map. The area height curves indicate actual area between two successive contours and hence horizontal axis represent area in terms of percentage of total area and the vertical axis show heights. Though area height curve denote relationship between altitude zones and corresponding areas, but this does not represent actual profile of terrain and hence break in slopes are completely concealed. The hypsometric curve is generally used to show the proportion of area of the surface at various elevations above or below a datum, and thus the values of area are plotted as ratios of the total area of the basin against the corresponding heights of the contour, and hence the area is represented by cumulative percentage. Hypsometric curve also does not reveal the actual profile of terrain. The percentage hypsometric curve involving two ratio of relative heights plotted on the ordinate and relative area. It is important to note that the type of hypsometric analysis of the basin advocated by N. Stoller is not primarily designed to show erosional levels but is more for comparative purposes between one basin and another to establish stages of denudation that can be applied to any basin. Now come on to the clinographic analysis. Clinographic curve represent average slope between successive contours and thus represent panoramic view of the terrain. Unlike area height and hypsometric curves reveal the break in slope and sudden changes in the relief of the area, and they also present the general trend of the surface. The construction of clinographic curves requires data to slope angle between successive contours, contour length, height, and area between successive contours, for which the following techniques are suggested. First is Feinster-Wolders in 1980. Average slope angle between two successive contours equal to tan phi is equal to Ci into L divided by A, where Ci is equal to contour interval, L is equal to total length of contour and A is equal to total area between contours. Feinster-Wolders substitute his clinographic curve wherein length of contours are plotted against their respective height by another curve known as hypsoclinographic curve, which incorporate hypsometric data and contour length are plotted along the vertical axis. Average slope is calculated according to following equation. Slope angle is equal to tan theta is equal to h plus L1 divided by A1, where h is equal to height of the contour, L1 is equal to length of the lower contour and A1 is equal to intercontour area. The next is Hanson-Lewis clinographic curve. Hanson-Lewis method of the calculation of average slope between two successive contours is based on the axiom that contours are concentric circle and the average slope between two successive contours may be derived by the following formula. The slope angle is equal to Ci divided by AD in feet, where AD is distance between two successive contours and Ci is contour interval, when AD is equal to R1 minus RU, where R1 is the radius of the lower contour and RU is the radius of the upper contour, when R is equal to root A by pi, where A is the area above the contour. The slope angles so derived are from above downward. When slope angles are very low, then these are exaggerated by multiplying by a constant. The next is mean slope curve of AN Stoller. Average slope angle between two successive contours is CI divided by AW. They are in feet, where AW is average width between two successive contours and CI is the contour interval. AW is equal to A divided by L1 plus L2 divided by 2, where L1 and L2 is the length of two successive contours. Clinographic curve is drawn by plotting the slope angles against the contour height from above, and the process proceeds downwards. The next is average intercontour width curve of D. Smith. D. Smith suggested to construct clinographic curve by plotting average width between two successive contours along the horizontal axis and contour height along the vertical axis. Average width between each pair of successive contours is plotted as horizontal straight line against the concerned contour. The outer edge of horizontal and parallel lines of average width are connected by straight lines to form the curve. The next is slope height curve of Moseley. Slope angle between two successive contours may be derived on the basis of either Hanson-Lewis method or AN-Stoller's method. Slope angle are plotted along the horizontal axis, while contour height is so along the vertical axis. The slope angle are plotted against corresponding heights and the points are connected from the curve. Okay, that's all for this session. Thank you for watching. Keep watching and keep learning.